Hello everybody, welcome back to Screen Stars, welcome to another PlayStation review. Today I continue my review of the Mass Effect games. Ever since I got my hands on the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, I've wanted to replay these games and do individual reviews for each of these games. There's already a review on the channel for the first Mass Effect on Legendary Edition, and this is my review for the second one. Now, this game was originally first released in 2010 by BioWare. It was a huge hit critically and with gamers, and it really progressed on from the first one. Now, if you saw my review on the first one, yes, the first Mass Effect game has been polished up nicely by BioWare, but it is still showing its age in regards to a lot of the game mechanics. What they aimed to do on this second game was evolve everything and to make the game much more playable for like a casual player as well, and they've improved, I think, pretty much this game on every level compared to the first one, and it still looks stunning. And I know this is the Legendary Edition, so it's been, really made to look much better with improved visuals, and they really are. And some of the lighting effects in this game just take your breath away. It is just a sweeping sci-fi epic. All three of these films. Mass Effect 2 is regarded by many as the best in the series. I can completely understand that. The scope of it, the amount of companions that you have, and all the different companion stories that you get to do in this. I can understand why people would consider this one their favourite one. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love this one. My personal favourite is the third one, despite the ending that we got on that game. I just really liked the whole idea of the third one. For me, the whole idea of the build-up of the first two games to what we get in the third one, for me, for the most part, it was worthwhile. However, we're talking about Mass Effect 2 here. So what is the story this time around? Well, the story is set essentially right at the beginning. The Normandy is destroyed, and you see Shepard essentially floating in space and dying. He is then rescued by Cerberus, who we had some run-ins with on the first game. They're a questionable company, to say the least. Cerberus spent the next 2 years kind of essentially rebuilding Shepard and bringing him back to life for a mission. And the mission is essentially the Collectors have come. They are sweeping up and destroying human colonies and taking humans away. And the elusive man, the leader of the Cerberus group, wants Shepard to put a team together to stop the Collectors. So that's essentially the story here. Now, what you get as well with this game is, for the most part, a whole new crew. You've still got Joker, you've still got Garrus, and there are a lot of familiar faces here that you'll recognise from the first game. But you do get a lot of new companions to play around with in this game. Some of them really memorable, some of them very, very strong, some of them not so much. My argument is maybe there's a little bit too many companions in this game. But the real strength of this game, I think, is how they've developed the game. The way you explore the galaxy is much better than in the first game. It makes much more sense. They've addressed the situation where you know where you're going on the galaxy map now, basically, because they label where certain missions are. And you also need to scan planets for resources so that you can research new equipment, new upgrades for the ship, for your armor, for your crew. So it gives you that playability in a sense of you want to get these resources because you really want to get some of these upgrades that are you can research. You can wander around the ship now. You do get a whole new Normandy that's been redesigned from completely. It's set out much better than in the first game. You can wander around the ship. You could talk to your companions, which is really cool. You find yourself after most major missions just wandering around having a chat to the companions, seeing what's what. Yes, there are romantic options. There always are romantic options in the Mass Effect games, and if that's something that you're into, you can explore that at your leisure when you play the games. So it really works in a sense of how they get you to explore the galaxy. The structure of the missions is set out really nice. You can kind of do them at your own pace. and then when you hit certain triggers in the story, then like the elusive man will pipe in and say, right, you have to do this mission next. So it kind of, you can go off and do your own things, do your companion missions, which many of those are really memorable, by the way. So you could do your own missions at your own pace, and then scan planets for resources, and then you'll do a certain mission, and then the elusive man will pop up and say, right, this is the next mission I want you to do, and it'll move the story along once again. So it's paced absolutely brilliantly, this game. The combat, again, is really, really good. They've not done an awful lot with the combat this time, whereas they had to basically overhaul it for the first one in the Legendary Edition. Didn't need to do an awful lot with it here. It is set out slightly differently. The weapons feel differently than they did in the first game. You've got to kind of pick up ammo and all that kind of stuff now in this game and upgrade the ammo capacity and the power capacity of a lot of the weapons by researching. It's really good. You can customize Shepard now in the captain's cabin. You can choose what casual outfits he's going to wear, what armor he's going to wear. So it feels much more customizable than it did in the first game. It feels more unique to your playstyle. You've got the renegade option and the good guy option. I can't remember the name of it now. So at certain points in the game, this was the first time it was introduced, you will get a red right 2 flash up or a blue left 2 flash up, and if you click them, the blue one means you will do like a good thing. You will stop someone from killing somebody. Or a red thing, if you click it, when you can be like do a renegade option, and that could be taking someone out when you could probably have saved them, or say something quite cool or something like that. So that was the first time it was introduced to the series, and it was a really, really cool option as well. So again, it made the game feel unique to you. You could mold this Shepard how you wanted to mold him, which was really, really cool. It's just a really good game. It's still stood the test of time, and now with this new polish that BioWare have given it, it feels like it still belongs, and it's just great. The story is absolutely fantastic. It's paced brilliantly. The combat is fantastic. Some would say that they've dialed back on the role-playing elements here. There is some aspect of that. Some of the exploration is toned down a little bit because you don't anymore have the vehicle on the planets for you to travel around in. Now, if you like, when you land on a planet, you will land in a shuttle, and then you're on the planet. There is some nice exploration options, I think, in this game. What they have taken out, they've added into it as well, because you could scan a planet, and they will tell you that, oh, there's an anomaly on this planet, and then you can land, and it's like a little extra side mission that's not connected to the main story or a companion mission. It's like a little extra side story, and you feel really good because you've just discovered that. So it really pays in this game to explore all the planets for resources and also for anomalies for you to get extra bonuses in the game, and there really are a lot of fun, a lot of these side missions that you do. So Mass Effect 2 is one of those games, really, certainly an RPG game that I think has certainly stood the test of time. The polish that BioWare have put on it has made it superbly playable once again. Really enjoyed my time in Mass Effect 2, and I'm really excited to be starting Mass Effect 3 very, very soon and completing the series once again. If you've never tried the Mass Effect games, there's no better time to do it. They're absolutely now looking better than they've ever done, and this one gets a very strong 9 out of 10 from me. So thanks for watching, everybody.